Hello and welcome to my podcast, The Creative Light. I am Lulu and welcome back to episode number 2, or welcome if this is your first episode. I recently just posted my first episode of this podcast, so you can go back and listen to that. It's on my channel if you are curious, but if not, today's podcast is going to be about where to buy affordable stationery. I made a list of different places you can buy it online or in person, and I will list them from top to bottom. I just have it written out here so that I kind of stay on track, and I'm going to list them most affordable or even like free options, and then I'll go down the list of stores and online places. The last thing I want to mention before we start is today's shout out of the video. Remember, if you subscribe and leave a comment down below, I'll give you a shout out in one of my videos. So here's today's shout out, and let's get right into where to buy affordable stationery or even just to get it for free. Obviously, I'm going to start out with the free options, which is just finding things around your house. So you could use a receipt, you could use a brown paper bag, you could use packaging, wrapping paper, doilies, napkins. There are so many options. You can get creative, and there's so many things just lying around your house that you can use for scrapbooking to add great texture. You could use string, you could use envelopes, you could use recycled letters or different things like that. And yeah, those are just a few ideas of free items lying around your house. You can always make stationery. I have done that. I've actually made videos of me doing that on my channel. You can just rip different papers and paste them together. You could rub ink on the side. You could tea dye paper. There are so many options. I've tea dyed and coffee dyed paper before, and both have turned out really cool, and that's a fun little project you can do. There's so many tutorials on how to do it on YouTube. You can just look it up and do it real quick at home, but that is a fun way to make like vintage paper. You can do like stamps on top of paper and then cut them out. There are so many ideas and things you can do just by making it yourself. But then the first store kind of place we have, like I said, I'm gonna go in order, kind of like cheapest, most affordable, down to, your stores you can walk right into. To start off, we have Goodwill, which here in the USA is just like a used store, so any used store you have close to you, but you could go in and get used books. So you could get a used cookbook, a used music book, you could get just any type of book like that. Those papers are really fun to scrapbook with or use as stationery or background or something like that. So there are so many options when it comes to books, because you could get different genres. You could get black and white images, magazines, you could do newspaper, so many ideas like that. So that's a great place to get it. Also, sometimes at Goodwill they just have like random bags people have donated of just their craft stuff that they no longer need. So you can sometimes find good stuff there. I found stamps there before, like full stamp sets and like scrapbooking paper pads for super cheap. So that is a great option. Then number 2, kind of getting more into stores, there's Dollar Tree and there's Dollar Family, there's Dollar General. I know Canada has like Dollarama. Personally, we don't where I live, but I've heard they're all kind of the same. The prices vary a little bit, even though they say dollar, but Dollar Tree has so many items. As you probably know if you've watched my YouTube videos, I get a lot of stickers and stuff at Dollar Tree. They have really stepped up their game recently. There are so many items there that you can use that aren't in their craft section that are great for scrapbooking, like ribbon or vinyl, or I even got like sticky wallpaper and I can just rip it, and it's a great background for scrapbooking. So I definitely recommend just kind of looking around. They also have books at the Dollar Tree if you're already there and you just want to pick one up, and you can rip out the pages and then tea dye those pages out of the book, and then you have like vintage looking paper. So that's another cool idea. Next up, we have some online stationery stores, starting off with the most affordable, which I recently just discovered and I am in love with and I totally recommend, which is Temu. They have so many affordable stationery items on there, and if you go back to my channel and you watch that video where I did a huge stationery haul from them, they have so many items for such a good deal, and their prices go down all the time. They have sales all the time. I definitely recommend that you download their app because it'll notify you when things go on sale that you have liked, and then you can get some really good deals, and their stuff is super cheap and very affordable. Then we have Stationery Pal, which is kind of like Temu and They have a lot of great items. I've ordered a lot of things from Stationery Pal in the past, and I love everything I get from them every time, and they have the cutest packaging too. And yeah, I definitely would recommend Stationery Pal as well. Again, both those places are online only that I know of, but I think they're only online, yeah. And then there is AllieExpress, which I have never ordered from AllieExpress, but I've heard it's very similar to Stationery Pal. And then next up we have Five and Below. Now, I don't know if this store is everywhere. It's a store with things that are just $5 and below, but they have some fun like stationery desk type of items like scissors and staplers and that type of stuff. They do have some cute stickers sometimes, and usually they have really cute notebooks and like notepads, sticky note type of stuff, but not so much like the ephemera and stickers and vintage stuff like that. And then next up there is Target. Obviously, Target Dollar Spot is a great place to shop. You have to go more frequently because, you know, they update their stuff a lot, but I do like to look there for blank cards, and then I can scrapbook on top of them or pen pal inside them and send them out to friends. So I do like to keep my eye out there, and they do have some cute stickers and like pens and stationery stuff every once in a while sprinkled out in the Target Dollar Spot, which again is like $5 and below. So yeah, I like to keep my eye out there. And then now I have like the for real like craft stores that I love going to, and you can go in person or shop online, whatever is best for you. But Hobby Lobby, Micheals, Amazon, Target, all those places are great places to buy scrapbook supplies or any type of stationery crafting item. Hobby Lobby, I love it. I love just walking down the aisles. I don't know if Hobby Lobby is everywhere, if it's just in the USA or whatnot. And then there's Micheals. I love getting art there. I get a lot of watercolor paper there, but they do have great stickers, washi tape, all of that fun stuff. And then of course there's Amazon, which has everything you could ever need anytime, and they'll just ship it, you know, right to your front doorstep, which is helpful. I have gotten a lot of my like ring binders for the scrapbooking, those mini ring binders and like refills on Amazon, and many of other scrapbooking items. They have great ephemera and stuff like that. You can get it for cheaper on like Temu or Stationery Pal, but Amazon, if you need it quickly or you want it quickly or something like really fast with their Prime shipping, you know, then Amazon's the way to go. Then there's obviously Target and Walmart, which just kind of has like your basic stationery items, desk stuff. I have heard that Walmart has a good selection for just like solid paper, like the Crayola, what's it called? Construction paper. And I've heard they have a good prices there, so that's a choice. And then there's a Grabie Stationary, which not too long ago I did do a haul of items from them. They're like a subscription box, so if you're completely new to stationery and all that and it kind of overwhelms you to like pick it out, but you want to get into scrapbooking, Grabby is a great option because you can get a subscription box and all of your stuff will always go together and be like cohesive. So if you're into that type of thing, Grabie Stationary is definitely for you. I'll put the link, I'll try and link all these stores down in the description box. You guys can check them out if you want. And then last but not least, we have Etsy and like a local small shop. So to support someone on Etsy could be super cool because you could be supporting someone's small business and helping them grow, which is really fun. And then of course, if you have a local art shop, stationery place, go support them too, because it's great to support the locals and the small businesses. So yeah, those are all of my stationery ideas or places you can buy it or things you could make into stationery at home. And that is it for today's episode of the Creative Light podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you did, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It helps me out so much. And if you know someone who you think this podcast would be helpful to or that they would enjoy, pass it on, send it to them. Let's spread the creativity. And yeah, if you have any podcast questions, suggestions, series ideas, drop them below in the comments. I love to hear your guys' feedback. Keep an eye out on my community tab so you guys can vote what the upcoming podcast will be about. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay creative. Bye.